Hey love, so the two types of labels I will be testing today are from onlinelabels.com and Crinklee. You can find both of these label papers at amazon.com. So this video is in combination with my previous video, how to make your product labels waterproof, oil-proof, and smudge-proof. That video I showed you guys the whole process of doing so, but in this video I will be experimenting and testing to make this out. So if you guys don't already have your product labels at home, I did create a video on how to customize, size, and print your labels from home. So if you have not already, please go check out that video. I also show you guys in that video 2 more methods of cutting your labels out if you don't have a Cricut machine. Okay y'all, so to keep the comparison fair, I did my crinkly paper first, so that is why you see so much excess paper around the labels, because I didn't have my Cricut settings correct. I didn't get it correct until the second go around, which is when I did the online labels, so that is why you don't see as much paper around those. So off camera, I did go ahead and spray the clear glaze on the labels, and I left them sitting outside overnight. And for those of you who don't know or didn't see my recent video, the reason for the clear glaze is to make your labels glossy and not matte. So always before applying your label to your product container, you want to make sure that you rub it down with alcohol. Now you can either use the alcohol pads or you can use rubbing alcohol. Either is fine, but I recommend the alcohol pads, that way you don't get any cloth from the towel or whatever you use to apply the rubbing alcohol on there onto the product container, and this ensures that your label will be applied smoothly. So I of course went ahead and applied the alcohol off camera. As you guys can see, this step was needed because my product labels are going on very smoothly with little to no bubbles. So I also want to point out that to my left I have the Crinklee and to my right I have the onlinelabels.com, and as you see for the Crinklee, when I peeled it off, the backing came off as 2 backings. And then with the onlinelabels.com, they just have 1 flat sheet. Now, in my opinion, I think the crinkly method is better. That way it's easier for me to pull the backing off versus just having the 1 sheet with the onlinelabels.com. With them having the 1 sheet, it's hard to find an edge to pull it back. And then with the crinklee.com, it's pretty simple. I get the pull from the middle and just pull it back. So as you can see up front with the onlinelabels.com, it kind of already looks like to me that it started smudging a bit, but I'm not for certain because it also kind of looks like the paper is just too thin. And also I want you guys to keep in mind that I did spray the clear glaze the same way for both of these. And as you see, the crinkly paper is just like a smooth transition. Everything is a solid color. And for the online labels, it is not. So to begin the oil test, I first off want to tell you guys that the bottle on the bottom does not have any clear glaze on it. It is just basically a sheet of paper with some adhesive on the back just thrown onto the bottle, only because this is not really the topic of the video, but I was testing this label out. It doesn't even have the full list of ingredients, I don't think. But also I just want to let you guys know that that is where I'm getting my oil from. So that is my oil source, and I'm just going to be quiet and let you guys see the oil test. And by the way, the first bottle that I am putting the oil on is the Crinklee. So since I mentioned that the onlinelabels.com label already looked like it was smudging, I did want to show you guys the before, and now I'm just going to go ahead and apply the oil and let you guys compare. So this part right here will be considered as my smudge proof test and my oil proof test. And here are the results, guys, of the oil test and the smudge proof test. In my opinion, they both passed the test for me. I do want to point out that I really didn't have any problems with taking the crinkly paper off. But as you see or saw with the onlinelabelpaper.com, I did have some problems with some of the label being left behind, so I did have to take that off camera. But I do think this is mainly because the paper is much thinner than the crinkly paper. So here I'm just reapplying the labels, and now guys, we will begin the water test. I will be using this 360 ml spray bottle that I purchased from Amazon. Now I could have grabbed a cup and just poured it on there, but I kind of wanted to get the feel of like someone doing their hair, so that is why I grabbed the spray bottle, because these are hair products. So I just wanted to get a feel of what a customer will be doing when they use this product. And I also forgot to mention this, but that's also why I did the little squeezy effect when I did the oil test, because I wanted to kind of like get a feel of how a customer would be holding their bottle when they're oiling their hair. So as you see, this is the water test with the crinkly paper. There is no smudging. I don't see any alteration with the label. I don't see the label coming off or anything. So I believe this water test is good. Now on to the onlineslabel.com paper. I will be doing the same exact method. And as you see guys, it did not take long for this label to start coming off. As you see, the crinkly paper is still holding on nice. So what I decided to do was take one of my alcohol pads and clean the container down real good. And then I reapplied the label. And as you see in the beginning of the video, I had 3 labels, so this is my 3rd label. And I just did this to give it another try, and I'll let you guys see the results. So I sprayed my water on both of the labels, and then I gave them both a squeezing test. And as you see, the onlinelabels.com paper failed this test, and the crinkly paper passed the test. So to complete the water test, I wanted to show you guys how the labels look after I took them off. And as you see with the online labels paper, you can see the ink smearing through. And I also put the camera on the container to let you guys see that the ink came off inside the water as well. You can see that the water has a green tint. So in my opinion, the crinkly paper wins for me. It's still a solid color. I don't see any inks showing through or any water showing through. So that is it for this video. You guys let me know in the comments which paper that you guys will be choosing or purchasing. As always, don't forget to educate, encourage, and empower by sharing this video, especially if you know it can help someone else. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
Get drunk, 'cause I'ma get mine today. I'm sure.